Hi, my name is Alejandra Mendoza. I am a ML teacher, multilingual teacher, and coach at Kennewick High School. I was a WAEF recipient from 2004 to 2007. I was in my first year in college when I heard about the scholarship, and I went to Achi Valley College. And the way I found out is my mom brought the scholarship home. She had attended a meeting at her job, McDougall's and Sons, and they had a big staff meeting in which they shared that there was some scholarship. She wasn't able to really tell me about the scholarship, but she wanted to make sure that I got it and that I read it and that I did something with it. So I looked at the form, and it was just a one-page scholarship application. And in looking at it, I thought, okay, I can do this. I can fill this out and send it in. So when I received it, without thinking much about it or what the scholarship really entailed, I filled it out, I sent it off. And then a couple weeks later, I heard back from Jennifer Witherby saying that I had been called to a interview, and I had never been in an interview before. I was really nervous about it, and I didn't realize like how serious it was until I was there, and there was a big panel, and it was a fancy building, and I realized, oh my gosh, this is really important and it's really serious. So I have to do a really good job. And so along the process, she coached me, and she was just really supportive. I could look at her in the panel and she would nod and smile. So that gave me a lot of confidence to be able to go through the interview. So I left leaving knowing that I had given it my best. Fast forward to a couple weeks later, and I received a phone call from her. And I had been notified before I left the scholarship interview that there had been quite a few applicants, and so that they expressed how hard it was going to be for them to make a decision, and that I would be notified. So when I got the phone call, I was walking back from school, and when I received that phone call, I didn't know what to expect. I never really got things or won things or anything. So when I talked to her, she was really excited and nervous at the same time as she was delivering this message. And I thought, I didn't get it. That was my first idea. So she said she had news, and she went ahead and shared that a decision had been made and that I had gotten the scholarship. And so she said that it was a Fulbright scholarship, and she was so excited. For me, I didn't know exactly what that meant. Since my family hadn't gone to college, I just knew it was a big deal. I felt like it was a dream, going through that interview and having felt like I did a good job, and then going through actually receiving the scholarship. It was really important to me. It was important to me because my parents have no more than a 5th grade education. They moved from Mexico here in the hopes to get a job, and most importantly for us to go to college and have a career. That was their whole dream in coming. So through this scholarship, it was like the materialization of everything coming to reality, and that all of their work was starting to pay off. So I want to make sure that I stop and pause and thank the scholarship committee for all of their hard work and time devoted to the scholarship, to the panel, to the interviews, to the entire process, because they saw at that time something in me. They saw potential. They really brought hope into my life. And there were aspirations, there were goals, there were things that I wanted to do at that time. But really the thing that was holding me back was the financial piece. Because whenever we would talk about going to the university, there were questions that were raised. For example, who's going to pay for it? there were cultural pieces of a woman leaves their house when they're going to get married, not to go and study. So that was something that my parents were really struggling with at that time with me. There was the why. There was a lot of why. Why do you want to go away? Why can't you just get a career here at Wenatchee Valley College and stay here in our town? Why not nursing? Because at that time, nursing was just a 2-year career and it paid well. But I was fighting for something, which was I want to be a teacher, and I want to be able to help other students, to appreciate school and to want to continue like I want to. So I had that drive, and so they also said it's too long. It's 4 years. Why do you want to go and do that? And it's a career that doesn't pay. Why? So through me getting this scholarship, it cleared a lot of the questions and a lot of the whys. I now had the money. I now changed the conversation from women can't go to college to I have the money now that I'm gonna go to college. I am making that choice. And not only that, I was able to say I can go anywhere. And mind you, finances were a big deal at that time because we were a family of 8 on agricultural wages. So $100 at that time for books, for tuition, for anything was in fact a lot of money. And it was a big chunk of my parents' paycheck. So I couldn't just do that. But now it really empowered me to be able to not only continue in that path, but also to be able to say, I'm doing this. And really what I'm asking from you now is, can you support me emotionally in my decision to be able to go away? As a result of receiving this scholarship, not only was I able to go away and pursue my dreams and become a teacher, but also I was able to, like, the scholarship generated waves. And that really meant that other girls and other friends of my parents were now able to look at me as a role model. And now, because I did go to college and I was being successful, they too were telling their daughters, yes, you can go to college, as opposed to, no, girls can't go to college. And the only way to leave your house is if you are going to get married.